What's up guys, my name is Coolplay, and in today's video I'm bringing you guys some of the latest news regarding Tom Clancy's The Division, especially regarding the new weapons list that was revealed just a short while ago containing 58 new weapons. With all that said, let's jump right into it. So first things first guys, I want you guys to know that I did my very best to sort the weapons from assault rifles, light machine guns, pistols and revolvers, rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, submachine guns, and more. And also a special thanks goes out to Poet Girl and all those who have provided the rest of the content on Reddit. So we've got the ACRE, AK-47N or AKN, AK-5C, and of course the vanilla AK-47. And also moving on to the AUG A3P, which a lot of my friends who play Rainbow Six brag about using, and this gun is supposedly all the rage. And also coming up next is another fan favorite, the G36. But of course, you can't forget about the FAL. Also, you can't neglect the HK series of weapons. Up next, we got the HK21, then the LVOAS, then the classical M4. Next up, we got the NK20 SSR and the P416. And the PW8 with a folding stock. And lastly, in the assault rifle class, we have the SA58. Now breaking into the SCAR series of weapons, we have the MK17, the MK16, the SR16, and the SRS A1. All this gun talk begs the question, what is your favorite assault rifle? I think we're all going to end up siding with the M4 just because it's, it's the starter weapon. And obviously it's, it's a fan favorite because a lot of people that I played with have raved about how powerful this gun is and how great of a starter weapon it is. But keep in mind that the power of a gun is determined by its stats and its rarity. Next, we're going to jump into the light machine gun class. And the first gun we're going to look at is the L85A2. And the L85A2 has two vanilla versions on top of that. So it basically has three different variants if you count the L85 and the other two vanilla versions. Then we're going to move on to the M60B4. Then the M60B6, the M240B, the M249, the MK46, and finally the RPK74. Now we all know how great light machine guns are in actuality, but the Division tends to disagree, because in PvP, light machine guns are complete and total garbage. Ubisoft Massive even confirmed that light machine guns were used the least out of every single gun in PvP. So what does that tell you? Basically, don't use light machine guns. One thing I will say is that I was surprised by the fact that sniper rifles were the best weapons class to set up. If you were a sniper in the Division, you could take out anybody from any range at any point. Marksman rifles or sniper rifles are probably the best secondary or primary weapon you can have in the Division. Speaking of snipers, in the game we're going to have the M14 and the M44, but the thing about the M44 is that it's a bolt-action sniper rifle. And, this is part of the reason why I was really disappointed in its slow rate of fire, but otherwise it does really, really, really great damage. And it's definitely a gun I recommend picking up. The next sniper rifle we have is the M110, and the other one is the BSL. Shotguns in the Division were actually surprisingly good, I must say. And the first gun we're going to be looking at is the N870 NCS. The second one is the SAS G12. One I got a little bit of experience with was the Super 90. The ones that I'd say are probably the two worst in this lineup are the double barrel shotgun and the double barrel sawed-off shotgun variant. These two double barrel shotguns are probably the worst in the lineup because of their reload penalty. The reload penalty on these weapons promotes death. When I say promotes death, I mean if you shoot at someone and miss and you have to reload, they have time enough to kill you, and that's not good. Now as for the submachine gun class, we have the AK-47U, the converted SMG-9, and the MP5, which is a personal favorite of mine by the way, the MP7, T821, Tech-9, and the UMP, which we all know we can't have a Tom Clancy game without, and the Vector 45 ACP, which will basically save your ass in the Dark Zone. Let's say you're in a situation in the Dark Zone. You're out of ammo, 12 enemies chasing you, and nowhere left to turn. What do? You switch to your trusty infinite ammo pistol, and let's see the selection you can choose from. We've got your standard classic Glock, your LFP 586, M9, M4A1, and especially the M1911. The M1911 is always one of those guns where they always try to make it seem so glorified and hard to get, but I'm not really sure where they're going to go with the M1911 in this game. We also have the MP45 and the PX Storm. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our video on the weapon list for Tom Clancy's The Division. And remember, all these weapons were just included in the beta. This isn't even the final weapons list for the game. So keep that in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is ElloCoolPlay. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. My name is ElloCoolPlay, and I'm out.